When I was a little kid, I got a Rubik's Cube for Christmas. I immediately scrambled the cube and tried to solve it back. Guess what? I couldn't solve it. It was just too hard. Or at least it seemed like it. The cube then sat on my shelf for a few years. I was always fascinated by it and many times tried to solve it. But again, I wasn't successful. I didn't know where to start, so I went to my mom. She told me that there's a rule. You can't solve the cube side by side, only layer by layer. Then she taught me how to make the first layer. But unfortunately, she couldn't remember more. Somewhere around 2014, I've seen a video of Felix Zemdex setting a world record of something around 6 seconds, and I thought to myself, oh, I wish I could once solve the cube this fast. Several years went by before I remembered my cube again. The year was 2020. As a result of the corona pandemic, most schools worldwide were forced to send students home to study online. Schools were not prepared for these restrictions at the time. Some schools therefore simply did not teach for the first few weeks. And that's where the story truly started. Hey! Dude, I've been so bored the last few days I even learned how to solve a Rubik's Cube. You're such a nerd, LMAO. Seriously man, it's addictive, you should try that as well. Here, I'll send you a link for a video tutorial. So on that day, March 14, 2020, at 1 PM, I started my journey with Rubik's Cubes. I grabbed my old rusty cube from the shelf once again and started learning the LBL method from the video. I followed the steps in the video for about 2 hours, until I finally managed to solve the Rubik's Cube. It was an indescribable feeling. I finally made it! 2 weeks later, my friend and I decided to buy a proper Speedcube. We both bought the same cube, Walk 3. The day the cube arrived, I impatiently unwrapped the box and made some first turns. Wow, this cube feels so easy to turn. My first time with the cube was 1 minute and 2 seconds. Almost 20 seconds better than my previous record with the old cube. And that's when I realized that this journey was going to be much longer and more fun than I had ever anticipated. Since then, I attended multiple competitions, but that is a story for next time.